This offense has it with really good field position. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Right down the middle. Hits the open man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Sneaks it in.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together.
UConn going back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Oh, they're after him. Slings it downfield. Working on the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. UConn is now threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, UConn.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. He's breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut! And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UConn! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and throw.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He'll start this drive going to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking for his man in the middle. He's got it along the sideline. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football did.
UConn going back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You get to throw.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Brings it down on the right side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Touchdown, Huskies! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. He's got it at the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. First and 10 from the 24. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're
out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Burton. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moving away from pressure. At the 40, there he goes. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Gonna try to get it himself. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing first and goal. Quarterback looks for a little space. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Quarterback Sneak trying to power his way ahead for a few. The Sneak scores it.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Going right to work up top. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Lost a throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Huskies!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
UConn going back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hardy. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Sweet cut there. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. First and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it! Touchdown! They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. His defense needed this bad.
He'll try to do it himself. Got a first down. Quick step and go. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, UConn! This dude is absolutely taking a flamethrower to this secondary, torching it. The UConn offense goes back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted.
Oh, he's got some space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. He rifles one deep down the right side.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants it all. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Finds space on the right. Turning it on. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Huskies. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns.
UConn going back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure that...
He's going to fire deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Now this offense is back on the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it on the outside. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. There he goes. Oh, he got loose. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Porter. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. This UConn offense really has it going. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going deep. Touchdown, Huskies! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And UConn going back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Trying to make magic with his feet. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the 1st down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The play action fake. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pressure coming. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And this has been a bit of the story of this game.
When you know you have a team outclassed, The ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense